What's up YouTube, this is MadCock83, long time no see, but I ran across this mod that I just had to show you guys. It's called Thermal Expansion. What it'll do is add a bunch of stuff to, we gotta run it off Buildcraft, and has some functions with IC2 as well. Set that real quick. That's a time watch, just by, if anybody wants to know. What we have here is just an adjustable electric engine from another mod, and another mod that has a solar panel for it. This is just to create our Buildcraft energy. Half the machines in this mod run off Buildcraft energy. First one we're going to take a look at is the powered furnace. And we're going to grab that right there. And a powered furnace does pretty much what you would expect it to do. I have lost some of my iron. Look at me being unprepared. When you open it up, you'll see it's pretty simple GUI here. And if we give it a little bit of power, it's got a nice little graphic over here. It shows you when it's got enough Buildcraft power, and we are outputting a ton of Buildcraft power. I'll link you to the wiki for this one, and it'll give you exact specs for how much power you need to go. We are definitely overdoing it here, but works just like you would expect. Basically, all it is a furnace that's powered by Buildcraft energy. And what you just saw happen there was these machines will automatically output whatever is in the output slot into an adjacent inventory. This chest can either be hooked up with a pipe, or the chest can be right up against it. This is a void chest from Thaumcraft, just so you know. That's why you get that little fancy GUI. But excuse me, you don't have to pump anything out of these. It will just automatically put them into pipes. It won't work with red power tubes. You'll have to have something. What you could do, actually that's a different mod we'll talk about some other time, that you could put a filter here and pull it out and put it into red power tubes if you felt the need. Next little item we have here is the Pulverizer. What this will do is pulverize all these items. I'm trying to remember if it does wood. Yeah, it does wood. It turns wood into wood pulp. Then you got some netherrack. Gives you cobblestone. Gold ore and iron ore gives you dust, and they're all being thrown straight into here. That's why I'm not grabbing them fast enough. I can give it a good bit so we can take some of this dust. You also have a chance of getting something else out of here at the bottom. Again, there on the site there is percentages of when you'll get something extra. I think it's called Slag. We're not doing too hot unless it's already in here. Nope. There you go. This kind of works like the macerator in IC2. You can take this pulverized, what's it called? Pulverized gold ore or iron ore or whatever, and turn it into 2 ingots, just like you would in a macerator. One ore equals 2 iron dust. If you're using iron ore, that in IC2 will create. Wow, I am really talking bad. If you put an iron ore in a macerator in Industrialcraft, you get 2 iron dust, which then turn into 2 iron ingots. So you get 2 iron ingots per ore. Same thing here. And it also macerates. Well, on the dirt. I think we'll do cobblestone. Turns that into sand. Sandstone, I believe, gives you 2 pieces of sand. Like so. I think glass will give you sand as well. So you can turn some of that there in glass you don't need anymore back. Turn it back into sand if you need to. Of course, gravel gives you flint, and so forth and so on. The next little thing we're looking at is the Sawmill. Let's do some cleaning. Sawmills, if you get some trees and throw them on the ground like that, Put one wood in there, and you should get, hey now, taking them all too fast. 6 planks instead of 4. You get 6, and you get some little sawdust as a byproduct. See. Now the reason this stuff in the orange is going into the chest is because as you look on these blocks, they have different colors. They coincide with what's inside of it. As you see, there's a blue. That's the input. The orange over here is the main output, and then you have a secondary output, the red that's on top. So if we were to add more pipes coming across to here and back into the chest, it would start pulling them out. There's also a tool, which I'm going to have to go look at the name. Hold please. Okay, I forgot the name. I'll show you the recipe anyway. This makes a Crescent Hammer, like so. And what we can do with this is simply come over here and right click with it, and we'll flip the block around so that the different outputs and inputs are all on different sides. Or you can hold down Sneak or Shift and right click it, and you'll get this little interface here, which you can just simply click to change what goes where. That's the front block, the one we're looking at. Left, top. The right side, I'm assuming that's the bottom, and that one right there is the back, the opposite of where you see the saw. But what we can do is change these right now. This is set to the orange is a primary, red is a secondary. But if we wanted, we can right click on that, change that one to orange, and get rid of the red one up top, and not whack it with that again and try to open it. And you can see they're both orange, which means it will automatically pull everything out of the one side. So you can set it to pull one thing out of the top, one thing out of the bottom, or set it all to come out of one side. That's what you do with that, and it works with all the other ones the same way. You can just pop them and pop them, pop them, and they'll do what they're supposed to do. Now on to this one, the Induction Smelter. If you have a piece of ore, what this one does is double the ore output. But as you see, we put the iron ore in there and nothing happens. Let's get some more ores and sand. This one requires sand for each time it smelts something. So you don't just get 2 free ores for nothing. See what I'm saying? You're going to have to pump some sand into it and whatever you're trying to smelt. You can also put the pulverized dust in here as well. We put that stack in there. As you see, nothing's going to happen until we give it some sand. It's going to take 1 piece of sand for 1 ore and give you 2 ingots out. And the byproduct over here is slag. What can we do with slag? We'll take the slag, come over here back to the furnace, and just cook it up real quick. We missed it. We're going to get some yellow rock wool. You know what I'm saying? What can we do with yellow rock wool? Pretty much nothing. The only thing about this is you can light it on fire, and it's wool that won't burn. So you can go build you a house out of it, and you can change it, of course, to all the other colors of wool. But this way, you can build with it, not worry about accidentally setting your house on fire and burning it to the ground, because that stuff will just burn forever. So we can leave it sitting there. Of course, these all run off Buildcraft power, and you can see them just go into town. We got a whole bunch of slag. You can drop it in there and let it cook up. Now you might see some of this other stuff down here. We also have a couple of things that don't run off of Buildcraft power. They run off redstone signals. And we come down here and look. This is one that I really like. Of course, I have to break this thing first. What do we have here? We have just 4 source blocks of water on each side. There's pipes coming over it. We have this thing. And I want to tell you what it's called, but I, at the same time, do not want to. Aqueous Accumulator. Maybe that one's easier. Maybe it's the other ones I had problems with. We place it right down here in the middle. It automatically starts to pull from the water sources beside it. And we'll start pumping into a tank. This was created to reduce server lag, as this is an SMP mod, and hopefully help you from your infinite water sources drying up. Basically, This works all on its own without being powered, and it's not necessarily overpowered because you could build an infinite water source and get all the water blocks you want. This one just simply puts it in a tank for you, and that's what I have over here. I have 4 of them around a tank, and they're just automatically pumping up. And as you see, it goes way up here, and it seriously did not take me long to fill that up. It's super fast. Now I'm using that water to pump into this machine over here. It's called the Igneous Extractor. This one kind of follows along with this idea of the way Minecraft mechanics work, and that if you have an infinite water source, you have infinite water. Well, same goes with cobblestone generators. This, as long as you pump some lava into it and water, is an infinite cobblestone generator. All you have to do to turn it on is add a redstone signal, and that right there, this is all from another mod that just creates lava for me. So don't worry about all that stuff back there. Just needed a quick lava source. So we can cut that off, and boom. And if you can go through here and click which one you want: cobblestone, smooth stone, or obsidian. Now, cobblestone, once we turn it on, you can see the little lights come on, and it just automatically starts making cobblestone. It does not use any of the lava and doesn't use any of the water because it's a cobblestone generator and you don't lose the sources in those, and it automatically pumps it into an adjacent chest. You can see it's adding in right there. Now, if we wanted to, we can click over to smoothstone, and it's a little bit slower, and it actually is using a tiny bit of lava and water to create this, because normally to get smoothstone you would have to put it in a furnace, which requires you to use some kind of power source. So it's balancing itself out. You see the water drop down just a little bit. We can also go to obsidian, and that's going to use 1 bucket's worth of water and 1 bucket's worth of lava to create. So know that you will have to keep lava and water steadily supplied to it, and you see it drop down right there. And of course we can always flip the switch on, give it a little more lava, and you see it went back up. So you can basically flip the switch, walk away, and there you go. Your water will not be a problem, your lava will be. You have to find a way to pump some lava into it. And the last little block we have here is the Glacier Precipitator. I probably said that wrong, but oh well. What this one does is basically the same premise as the one block before it, except it creates snowballs, snow, and ice. And the only difference in the creation is how much water it's going to use to create it. Simply apply a redstone signal, and it starts making the items. Starts pumping them off in here. When you go up to snow, it's going to take it a little bit longer to make, and when we switch to ice, it's going to take more. Think of the ice takes a whole bucket. Again, I'll link to the wiki down below, and we'll give you exact measurements and what takes what and all that good junk. How much power it takes, how much water it takes. I may even throw it up on the screen here somewhere, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's also a lot of stuff coming from it, and just judging from what I've seen on the wiki and the ideas that my creator has, I'm seriously looking forward to this one. I wanted to throw it out there. Hopefully you guys will see it and want to check it out. It definitely looks like fun. I want to start adding some stuff to it and actually building with it. But again, I hope you enjoy it. Try it out. This is Madcock83. Have a good day.